Custom Design 2, Lecture Day 2, Period Research in Costume Design. Costume designers always research the time period the place is set, or the time period the director would like to have the place set. Research often involves not just the internet, but books, paintings, writings, magazine catalogs, biographies, anything that could be helpful. Primary research is the most valuable for costume designers, which means sources that come directly from the time period, so not an interpretation of another costume designer. For example, we do not research how other artists did the show before us, but I will look through the correct time period and see how I can interpret it for myself. So primary research often involves looking through paintings when it's a time period where photography was not invented yet. Also, to give you an example, this is a picture of someone dressed like Henry VIII. So this is not primary research. This is a costume designer interpretation from a painting of the time period of Henry VIII. There are plenty of websites for costume research. You just have to type what you're looking for, and some of them are really accurate. The only problem is it's much easier to find pictures of people dressed up for a special occasion than it is to find research of people wearing everyday clothes, because it used to be very expensive to have a picture taken, so people will not pay to have someone take a picture in their work clothes, for example. But the one for a wedding, yes, that was worth paying for. To understand the research, we need to also learn to read how clothes are described in books. This phrase describes costumes for women from the 1890s. Women wore a tailor-made suit and plain with little ornamentation, hair in a bun with no fringes. The sleeves became wider until in 1895 the leg of mutton shape with sort of upstanding wings on the shoulder. This was the description of the costume I found from the 1890s or 1895. Then I will type in what does leg of mutton sleeves mean, and I will try to learn how does it look in a picture, so that then I will be able to recognize this time period. This is from Titanic, the movie. The very first costume that Rose wears when she steps out of the car to look at the Titanic made a really big statement about how important her character is. Her costumes were white, and almost everyone around there wore much darker color, more in the browns and the blacks, so she really stood out. This was a beautiful costume design, and the silhouette or shape of this costume is exactly representative on the 1912, where the jacket extends beyond the hips and the skirt is very, very narrow and very long. This is another one of the costumes for the same movie, for Titanic, and in here you see a picture from the movie and a drawing of the same costume. This drawing is called a rendering, and this is how costume designers communicate their ideas after the research is done. We also research undergarments, not just what we see on the outside, because without the specific undergarments for each period, the look will not be the same. But what do we do in costumes if the movie or play is a fantasy? In this case, let's think about Lord of the Rings. Each character in that movie has a distinctive style. To research that character, I will obviously have to read the book, and then I will find all the information I need. In the books, hobbits are described as gentle, close to nature, and farmers. So their costumes need to represent their living situation. Because in the words of the director of the movie, when you have little fellows running around in frock coats and short trousers, you have to work hard to make them believable. Because ultimately, we have to believe that the characters are real. It doesn't matter if the movie is a fantasy. If we do not believe them as people, we are not going to feel very attached to them, and we're not going to care. So the hobbits are farmers. They should look like farmers. In the movie, their costumes appear a little more towards the green than the gray, and that is due to sweetening in post-production, so the colors are adjusted later on in the movie. This is how they solved the problem about the furry-footed creatures, the hobbit. What do we do if the movie is contemporary? Do we still research? Yes, we do, and we still try to figure out what will a particular character wear in a particular situation. In this case, what we know about the character of Bella is she's an outsider coming from a much warmer climate, Phoenix, and she's now in a place where it's always rain and is much colder. So even though it's the beginning of the school year, she's wearing a really thick sweater and really thick gloves, as you can see in the picture. Also, her colors do not really stand out. She doesn't want to stand out, she wants to fit in with the crowd and possibly even disappear. Now, costume choices for the same character will change with time to follow contemporary fashion and taste, which mean the character of Batman from the 1960s looked very different from Batman in 1989. To the point that to our contemporary taste, the costume for Batman in the 1960s looks kind of ridiculous, especially the painted eyebrows. The way we now imagine Batman is even different from the 90s. This is much more contemporary to us. Batman, it looks much darker as a character in the last few movies, and the costume, it's more like an armor, it's reinforced everywhere. So when we research a play, we research a specific time period, but then it's up to us to decide when are we going to set this particular play, making sure that we respect the director concept. So this original play, Oedipus the King, was set in Greece, but the director may ask us to set it in Africa, for example, or century Japan. We generally do research for every single character in a play, and we try to figure out of all the possible costumes from that time period, what will this character like to wear? Will they like stripes? Will they like really wide pants? Will they be the kind of characters with some kind of a flower in their lapels? Same things can apply also to music, especially to contemporary bands. What they are wearing is a statement of what kind of music they play. We also have to remember that in terms of costume, we research everything that relates to the look of the actors from head to toes. This includes hairstyle, hats, glasses, facial wear, like this guy, and sunglasses and jewelry. So if you are ready to do a little bit of research and you want to have a little bit of fun, try to figure out how long does it take you to figure out the time period for this particular costume. And realize that the reason why you see kind of the side and back of the costume is because this part of the costume is what identifies the exact time period. And this will be the end of lesson 2 in costume design.